Laura's POV in the heart of turmoil, where emotions clash like thunderheads. Ron's grip on me tightened. His anger flared as I stood before him, wounded and defiant, tears threatening to fall. "How dare you hurt my daughter?" A voice boomed, resonating with such authority that it shook the very foundation of the packed house. The air shimmered, and the moon goddess, my mother, herself materialized, radiant and powerful. Her presence commanded attention and awe. Ron staggered back, shock etched across his face as he beheld the luminous figure before us. He knew instantly that she was no ordinary being. This was the moon goddess, her form bathed in a celestial glow that spoke of untold power and ancient wisdom. My voice trembled, a mixture of fear and courage coursing through me, as I stepped forward to confront Ron. "How dare you hurt me?" I began, my words slicing through the charged atmosphere. "All I did was care for and love you, despite everything. You've betrayed that trust." Ron's expression hardened, his pride wounded but his denial still strong. "I don't get it. What the hell is going on here? And why are you blaming me for everything?" He retorted bitterly. "You're the one leaving, tearing our bond apart. I hate you," I screamed, years of suppressed pain fueling my words. "You never understood. You call me worthless, but it's because I chose you. Do you even know the curse that binds your lineage?" Ron's eyes widened in disbelief. "Curse?" he echoed, his voice tinged with uncertainty. "What curse?" I pressed on, the revelation weighing heavy in my heart. "Your ancestors were cursed centuries ago," I explained, my voice steady despite the turmoil within. "Anyone who mates with an alpha of your lineage becomes worthless." Ron recalled, his mind struggling to process the weight of my words. "No," he muttered, shaking his head in denial. "That can't be true." Then, the moon goddess moved with grace, her ethereal form radiating power. With a gesture that seemed to defy the very fabric of destiny, she intervened, severing the mate-shaped bond that bound Ron and me together. The air hummed with the magnitude of her actions, the repercussions echoing through the packed house. The moon goddess staggered, her form wavering as she coughed, blood staining her lips, a testament to the toll such a profound act took on even a deity. "And Mom," I gasped, but she just smiled, even though her almost golden blood gushed from her mouth. At that moment, within me, a sensation unlike any I had ever known surged through my being. It was as if a dormant part of myself had been awakened from a deep slumber. A warmth spread through my veins, suffusing me with newfound strength and clarity. As the bond shattered, I felt a transformation unfold within me. My senses heightened, colors became more vibrant, and an inner calm settled over me. My eyes, once a familiar hue, now shimmered with a newfound intensity, a reflection of the wolf spirit awakening within me. And then, as if in response to the moon goddess' intervention, a voice resonated in my mind, a voice that was both ancient and familiar. "Finally, I am awake," my wolf spirit declared, its presence filling me with a sense of completion and purpose. In that moment of change and realization, I stood transformed, no longer bound by a mateship that had brought more pain than joy. Laura's POV as the moon goddess' words echoed through the packed house. I felt a powerful change happening inside me. I finally felt like I was free. My mating bond with Ron broke, and I transformed into my true form. A large, majestic white wolf. My fur glowed under the moonlight, shining with a soft, celestial light. My eyes turned bright gold, full of wisdom and power. "Nadia," the moon goddess called my wolf form, her voice full of pride and authority. "It's good that you're awake. Protect my child." Lifting my head high, I stood proud and strong. A deep growl built in my chest, turning into a mighty howl that pierced the night. It was a howl of freedom, strength, and a spirit that was no longer tied down. My howl echoed across the packed lands, announcing my rebirth and readiness to embrace my destiny. Outside the packed house, the Golden Moon Pack members had gathered, drawn by the alpha power they felt earlier when Ron got angry. They watched in awe as I stood before them, a symbol of power and grace, fully awakened to my true self. This wasn't that useless, wolfless Luna they used to know. What the hell? Is that really the Luna, the goddess? Goodness gracious, we are in the presence of the goddess. Am I dreaming? Meanwhile, my eyes were drawn to Beta Gavin, who was among the onlookers, and he was standing with pride and admiration. Were those eyes for me? I saw his eyes linger on me, amazed by my transformation into Nadia. Or was he amazed that I was the lunar princess? On the other hand, Tracy, who had arrived in the chaos, looked stunned. But no one was more shocked than Alpha Ron. His disbelief quickly turned to anger and resentment as he realized what I had become. "My daughter," the moon goddess said, her voice breaking the silence after my howl. "You are now the lunar princess." Gasps spread through the gathered pack members. Ron's eyes widened with shock. He turned to me, his face twisting in fury. "You lied to me," he shouted, his voice full of rage. "How dare you lie to me? I am your mate, your alpha. You didn't even tell me about this." His voice was filled with anger and hurt. I met his glare calmly. "I never lied to you," I said firmly. "I didn't have to tell you everything about me, especially when you never treated me right." Ron's face turned red with anger, his eyes burning with pride and resentment. You should have told me, he yelled, stepping closer. As your mate and alpha, I had the right to know. I should have known I was with the moon goddess daughter. I let out a bitter laugh and growl. The right? I repeated, amazed. You think you had the right to control me and know everything while you treated me as your mate. You never earned that right. Ron's fists clenched, his knuckles turning white. You're mine, he shouted. You belong to me and this pack. You can't just leave. How could you betray me like this? I was ready to say something, but my mother suddenly stepped up, her face still pale, making me worried. Mom, are you okay? Although I was pissed with Ron, my mother's well-being was my top priority. She went against our fate. It must have taken a toll on her body. The moon goddess came closer to me, her presence comforting. I need some time to recover. Let's meet again soon, sweetheart, she whispered, her form starting to fade, leaving warmth and guidance behind. My eyes watered, feeling thankful for everything she had done. To me till that day, you didn't have to worry anymore, my dear mother. The moment my mother disappeared, Ron moved closer, looking desperate and angry. You can't leave, he pleaded. You're my Luna. You belong here, with me, in the Golden Moon Pack. He looked at Gavin, who watched me with reverence and protection. Beta Gavin, Ron called, sounding desperate. Help me convince her to stay. She belongs here. Beta Gavin looked at Ron with steady resolve. Lori Nadia deserves to make her own choices now, he said calmly. She's not yours to command anymore, Alpha Ron. Standing tall, I looked at Ron with clear eyes. The uncertainty I had in my human form was gone. I had found my true self, embraced my destiny, and reclaimed my power. As the lunar princess, I knew I didn't belong by Ron's side anymore but had to follow my own path. And so, with tension and uncertainty in the air, I stood firm. I was a symbol of strength and independence, a sign of the power of choice and the enduring spirit of the wolf within me.